When God has chosen you, no one, absolutely no one, can take that away. His plans do not bend under human opinions, and his calling is never cancelled by your past or your present. He does not choose the perfect, he perfects the chosen. And throughout Scripture, we see his hand picking the unlikely, the overlooked, and the seemingly undeserving, lifting them higher than any man could imagine. Remember Moses. He was not found in a palace as a prince of honor, though he once lived there. He was found in a wilderness, tending sheep, hiding from a past he wished he could erase. A man with a stutter, a man who doubted his own worth, a man who carried the weight of failure. Yet that is the man God called. One quiet day, as Moses walked near Horeb, the mountain of God, he saw a bush burning. Yet not consumed. It was there, in a forgotten corner of the desert, that heaven touched earth. It was there that God broke the silence and called his name, Moses, Moses. Moses was unsure, trembling, afraid. But God was not. God saw a deliverer in a man who saw only weakness. God saw a leader in a man who saw only fear. And when God chooses you, he equips you with everything you need. With a staff in his hand and the presence of God beside him, Moses walked back into Egypt, not as a fugitive, but as a chosen vessel. And through him, nations bowed, seas parted, and slaves walked free. Remember Joseph. The boy with dreams too big for his brothers to understand. The one favored by his father, yet hated by his own household. They tried to silence him. First with jealousy, then with a pit, then by selling him into slavery. But what they didn't understand was this: you cannot bury what God has anointed to rise. Joseph was thrown into places meant to break him, Potiphar's house, a false accusation, a prison cell. But even there, God's favor followed him like a shadow. Even in the darkest places, Joseph interpreted dreams with a heart still anchored in God. And when the time was right, not rushed, not delayed, God raised him from prisoner to palace. From forgotten to favored. From dreamer to governor. He saved nations, restored families, and proved that no betrayal, no delay, and no human hand can cancel God's purpose. And remember David. A shepherd boy. The youngest son. So unseen that when the prophet Samuel visited Jesse's house to anoint the next king, David wasn't even invited to stand in the lineup. His own father forgot him.